All right, welcome to Pilates. My name is Jenny, and we're going to get started. Really only need you and Matt, right? But I'll tell you today, if you have like a little pillow or a towel, or even a stuffed animal, I use a stuffed animal, that's going to be handy today. We're going to use props, but they are effective. So we're going to use that prop today. So pillow, towel, or stuffed animal, or if you have one of those fancy balls, that's essentially what we're mimicking, right? Alrighty, so from here, go ahead and bring your feet nice and wide, shutting. All right, here we go. And then just bring your heels and your toes in a straight line. Yes, so instead of heels in, you're going to bring your heels in line. Bring your hands on your waist. You can inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to flat back in half. Good. Inhale, bring it back up. And exhale, flat back in half. Good. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, flat back in half. Good. Inhale, bring it back up. And exhale, folding over. Good. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, this time fold and let your hands find the ground. So if your fingers can't find the ground, just heel to those feet a little bit wider. If they still can't, just come to the edge of a couch or something. Put your hands there instead. But simply put, we're just going to bend our knees. Maybe your chest comes up a little bit and then straighten those legs. Good. Bend your knees and straighten those legs. Okay, getting into our hips here, among other things, bending those knees and straightening your legs. One more time, bend your knees and straighten your legs. Good, go ahead and take it over to one side. You're going to find essentially a lunge here. Good, breathe. Nice, take an inhale. And as you exhale, try to straighten your front leg. It may not go very far today. Mine's not going very far. And then rebend. Good, straighten as best you can, that front leg. And then rebend. Nice, one more time, straightening that front leg. And rebend. Good, placing your hand on the ground. You're going to take the hand that corresponds with your bent leg or the leg that's in front. You're going to take that up, finding a little bit of a twist here. Good, and then bring your hand back to your thigh. You're going to heel toe that foot wide on your mat. Good, and then from there, you're going to take your arm up and then try to tap your elbow to the ground if you can. If not, no problem. And then take your arm up, tap to the ground, just that elbow, taking it back up and tap it down. Take it up and tap it down. Nice. Good. Step that foot back, maybe finding essentially like a downward dog here. And then just bending into one knee. And then the other knee. And one knee. And then the other knee. Good. Really pressing back, straightening both legs as best you can. And then whenever you're ready, you're going to just step the other foot up. Yes. If you didn't quite make it, just put your hand behind it and move it forward. You can go ahead and bring that foot in line with your hip. So arms should be on the outside. Good. Take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, straighten your front leg as best you can. Good. Inhale, rebend. And exhale, straightening that front leg. Good. Inhale, rebend. And exhale, straighten. Good. Go ahead and rebend, and then placing your hand on the ground, taking the hand that corresponds with your front leg to that front leg, twisting yourself open manually. Maybe you float that arm up. Good. You can always leave it here and just manually twist. And then heel toe that foot a little bit wide. Float that arm back up. Your knee can drop on these, by the way, if you'd like, or leave it lifted. Inhale. And as you exhale, try to tap that elbow down and then bring it back up. You can't tap your elbow down, just kind of come as far down as you can. Bring it back up. You have two more. Tapping it down. Bring it back up. Last time. Tap it down. and bring it back up. Good, placing your hand down on the ground, step that foot back, finding a little bit of a down dog here. Good, take your knees nice and wide, toes come together, finding what is essentially a child's pose. Good, so we're stretching out our hips still, but also stretching out the tops of our feet now. And we're going to begin to walk our arms over to one side, stretching out our side body. And walk it to the other side. Just really stretch out your side body here. Good, bring it on up to all fours. Excellent. Alrighty, and then from here, you're just going to tuck these toes under and then hover your knees up off the ground. Good, think about your belly, bring it in. Don't let it sink down, bring everything in. Good, and then let those knees come down. Sit up on top of your feet. If it's really uncomfortable, just have a nice little forward lean here. Otherwise, sit up as tall as you can, roll your shoulders back. Stretching out our feet the other direction. Good, let's just take our hand and pulling those fingers back towards you gently. Good, and switch other side. Good, and then just release. Excellent. And then bringing your hands underneath you, you can kind of pat out those feet. And then go ahead and turn your hands back. You can do one at a time, or you can do both at the same time. It's up to you. You just make some circles here, little circles here. Your fingertips don't need to face your knees. It's just wherever you're able to land. Maybe flip if you're only doing one at a time. Switch them out. And then going the other direction. Just those little itty bitty circles here. Definitely want to get more into the stretch of Pilates. We do a lot of the strength of Pilates in this class, but I want to make sure that we're getting in those good stretches too that are going to leave you being more resilient. Go ahead and flip those hands back around. Awesome. And then go ahead and find yourself on your bum. Okay, just moving more into those stretches, taking your feet together, sit up nice and tall. And then folding over. Good, enjoy. Again, just really getting into those hips. We hold a lot of tension in our hips. Good, and then bringing it on back up. Excellent. So for our first one, we're going to just do a stretch, and then it's going to lead into a strength exercise. So we'll do them all to one side. So if you want to set up some padding under your knees, you can do that. You shouldn't need it, but if you normally use it, by all means, you can do that. You can take a towel, or they make these fun little pads now. I would say you probably want to put it under this back one. Yeah, if you're going to put it under your knee at all. Like I said, it's also not necessary. So we're coming in for a 90-90. So you want to just snuggle, if you're on a mat, snuggle your hip up to the side of the mat, and then having your knee or your leg track right to the side as well. So you can just eyeball it, go straight out from your hip here. Good. And then as if you're coming in for like a perfect pigeon, you're going to take your shin parallel with the top of your mat. So again, just kind of eyeball it. So you don't let this foot in. You want to pull it out. So your knee might not be on the ground, because especially if you're really tight, you might need to put your hands on the ground. That's also fine. Good. But from there, your leg is in this 90-degree angle. Sitting up nice and tall, and then go ahead and fold on over that leg to begin with. This is that stretching part I mentioned. All right, and then bring it back up. Awesome. All right, and this is where we're going to get into that 90-90 stretch. So your foot can stay here, or you can bring it in just a little bit. It'll also probably naturally come in a little bit. But you want to make sure now the 90-90 is in both legs. So this leg is going straight forward, yes, and this leg is going straight to the side. So from here, you can use your hands the first time or two, just bring yourself all the way up, okay? And then you can use your hands to come back down nice and slow. Eventually, you're not going to use your hands. You want to make sure that you don't just like heave ho to get up, right? And then you don't want to collapse back down. You want to try to come up and down with control. This is really good for your core and your hips and your glutes. And I could just go on about how there's so many things it's good for. So whenever you're ready, try and sit up. Good. And then very slowly descend back down as best you can. That's one. We're going to do it 10 times. So coming up, bringing those hips forward, and then slowly send it back down. Kind of using my arms as a counterbalance here. So coming up, 3, and nice and slow, sitting back down. Good. Bringing it back up. And back down. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Good. Taking it up again. And bringing it back down. Good. Bringing it up. And slowly bringing it back down. Good. Bringing it up. And bringing it back down. Nice. Bring it up. That's 8, I believe. And sitting it back down. Good. Taking it up. And taking it back down. 9. One more. We got this. And then bringing it back down. Woo. All right. Place your hands behind you. Yes. And then you're just going to windshield wiper those knees side to side here. Good. And then you guessed it, you're going to move yourself to the other side. So just go ahead and roll to the side. If you didn't quite make it, just set it up again. But bringing your hip to the edge, winding that leg straight up. Remember, it's this leg first that we're going to stretch out. And then taking that shin so it's parallel. So you can just kind of wiggle your foot forward until your this leg is in the 90-90. And this one is going straight out from your hip. So it's also in a 90 shape. And if you want to be extra, you can also wiggle this one back into a 90-90. Cool. So it's fine if you have your hand on the ground, just try and sit up tall. One day, maybe both sides of your butt will be on the ground. Maybe never. But like I said, this knee, it might be kind of coming up if you're really tight. Just kind of working to get that down. Again, it doesn't have to be today. But go ahead and flex into both feet. And then folding over in your 90-90 stretch. So we breathe into it. All right, I know that wasn't too long, but hopefully you got a little bit more relief in that space. So you can kick in your back foot, you can kick in your front foot a little bit, or you can leave it out and see what happens. Yes. Your leg might also just naturally come in. So just to get the movement, the motion, using your hands, set you up nice and tall. And then maybe using your hands to see what you need to support yourself to come back down. There's a good test run. Okay, let's go ahead and do it 10 times. So try not to use your hands, but if you need to, no worries. Good, coming up. Nice slow descent and back down. So if you kind of need to use like one hand to help you up and one hand to make sure you don't collapse back down, that's awesome. All right, good. Go ahead and come on up. And slowly sitting it back down. 4, and back down. 5. And nice and slow. 6. Nice. Super slow. 7. Make sure you're breathing. So try to keep your spine on top of your center, not lean forward to use that ump, but if you need to, have a little bit of a lean, you know, the journey, right? As long as you're making it challenging for yourself. 9. Cool. And one more. And nice and slow back down. Perfect. Bring those hands behind you and then just windshield wiper those knees side to side. Awesome. Ooh, all right. Good. Essentially, that was like really going to help you with your squats. So it's a really good exercise to help you with your squats so that you have better form. But obviously, very different motion than squatting. So flex your feet, inhale, sit nice and tall, and exhale, reach over. Grab anywhere along those feet or legs. Good. All right. We're going to make our way on down to our back, but first, just so you don't have to get back up once you get there, go ahead and grab your stuffed animal, your towel, your ball, your pillow, whatever you got. Couch pillows are awesome for this. Just go ahead and grab it now so then you don't have to stand back up. Everyone, meet Safi, the best unicorn in the world. I might be biased, but all right, go ahead and lay on down. Make sure that your whatever you have is a little bit out of the way. And then go ahead and just bring your knees up. We're going to go ahead and stretch out just those hip rotations that we just did. So in case it kind of crept up in your low back, just want to attend to that. So go ahead and bring your knees in and then letting your left leg go on. Taking that right leg across your body, just finding a supine twist. Good, and then bring that knee back in, bring both legs in, and then letting your right leg go on to that left leg across your body. Just finding that nice twist. Good, and then bring it back to center. Excellent, bringing both feet to the ground. You're gonna go ahead and find your little stuffed animal or your little prop, whatever it is for you. You're gonna just put it between essentially your ankles. So if you have to bend your knees, or you can move it closer to you. So you can even have it between your thighs, buddy, or you can have it all the way up by your ankles. That's gonna be the hardest one. So even if you have like one of those big exercise balls, sometimes we do it with the literal giant exercise ball. You can do it with that, or you can settle with a nice little prop. Yes? Alrighty. So your arms and your legs go long, and then they come up. You're gonna grab it and take it overhead as your legs go long, and then bring it back. Now, if you need to, you can always have your hands under your hips as your legs go down. And then whenever you grab it and your arms go overhead, you can just tap your toes down. Yes, so you don't have to have long levers both times, or both directions rather. You can switch which one is the long lever. Cool. So just refresher. That means I can use just my legs here if I need to. And whenever I have it in my hands, I can use really just my arms here. Okay, so wherever you're at, hopefully you've started. Just passing whatever you have back and forth. You can keep your chin to your chest just for a better ab engagement. Or if your neck is kind of tired, you should just lay down. Good, alrighty. And then go ahead and release. Whew. Just maybe letting your head rest on the ground. Alrighty. And then bring your feet to the ground. Maybe once you want to bring those knees side to side. Excelente. Alrighty. And then grab your prop, bringing it between your knees. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to just come into some bridges. But what you want to do is you really want to squeeze your knees together. So squeeze whatever it is between your legs because you don't want it to fall, but also getting some good engagement through our inner thighs here. So squeezing your legs together, go ahead and bring your hips up and down. Take them up and down, up and down, up and down. There's 5, 6, 7, squeeze your thighs together. 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Go ahead and bring it back up. So, okay, still between your knees or your thighs, whatever it is. Good. And then bringing those shins parallel to the ground. Just going to give yourself a few little squeezes here. Squeeze, 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 pulse, pulse, pulse. Super effective if you have one of those balls. I have a dodgeball running around here somewhere. That's also super effective. Or you can squeeze a towel or a pillow. Good, alrighty. Now that you know those little squeezes, you're just going to bring your friend underneath your knee creases. So this is where kind of a pillow comes in more handy. So you're bringing it underneath your knee crease. You're going to tap your toes and lift. So it's a really tiny movement here, tap and lift. So you really want to squeeze your legs together. So you're getting some of the back of your leg engagement here. Good. Lots of engagement. It's really subtle, but also getting some good abs here too. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the thing, whatever it is, behind your knees. And then we're going to use our upper body as well. So more into a C crunch here. So you can keep your elbows wide or you can bring them in so that they tap your knees. Yes. So tap and tap, tap and tap, tap and tap, tap and tap. Good. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Go ahead and bring whatever it is back between your knees. And then bringing those knees, or excuse me, your shins parallel to the ground. I'm needing a little extra support today, but so don't mind me. Alrighty. And then you're going to go ahead and bring your arms out to a T. Yes. And we're going to let those legs fall to the side. And then bring them back in. Taking it to the other side, so squeezing whatever it is between your knees. Remember, if you want to make it a little harder, you can always go with a longer lever, so straightening your legs a little bit more, or you can keep them bent. Good. Inhale as you take it side. Exhale as you bring it back. Inhale as you take it side. Exhale as you bring it back. Inhale as you take it side. Exhale as you bring it back. Inhale to the side. And exhale to the back. All right, to the back to neutral. All right, and then we're going to take those taps, but now we're going to keep our shins a little more parallel. So instead of it being right here, and the tap is pretty easy, you can result back to that if you want, or taking your legs right here, we're going to tap down and lift. So remember, keeping that engagement through your quads, tap and lift. It's going to get progressively harder. You'll see, head, tap and lift. Go for 5. This is already should be engaging your abs quite a bit. 4, and your quads and your thighs. 3, 2, squeeze whatever it is between your knees. And 1. All right, adding on. You're going to bring your feet to the ground, squeezing, engage. Bring your hips up. Lower those hips down. Knees come in. Good. Bring your feet down. Lift your hips up. Bring it down and bring it in. Nice. Feet down, hips up, hips down, knees in. Good. Down, hips up, hips down, knees in. Squeeze between your legs. Up, up, down, knees in. Good. Feet down, hips up, down, knees in. Last time, down, hips up, down, knees in. Good. All right, give your friend a little bit of a break here. So he's not always used to working out. All right, and then you're going to take your legs up. We just have a really simple bicycle. No big deal. We'll play something you know. So you're going to take opposite knee, opposite elbow. Try to peel your full shoulder blade off the ground. Good. Try to get your full shoulder off the ground, nice and slow. Good, so exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, nice. Release down. Again, letting maybe those knees go side to side. Feel free to hug your knees into your chest if you'd like. Just give yourself a little bit of a rock side to side. Awesome. Bring both feet to the ground. Go ahead and take one leg up. Nice straight leg stretch here. Breathing in again, trying to get more of that stretch into our practice. Awesome. Then you're gonna go ahead and bend your knee, walk your hand up your shin, or if you can, grab your foot. And coming in, it's like essentially a half happy baby here. Yes, but just a nice little hip stretch. Good. And then from here, you can straighten your leg. Maybe you slide your hand a little bit further down your leg, or you can keep it on your foot if that was available to you. Good. Rebend. And then take your foot across. So it's like as if we're going to come into a figure 4. You're just going to place your right foot into your left hand. And then you can just place your right hand just kind of around your knee. And you're just going to take it side to side. Yes, kind of like you're cradling it. Good. And then release that foot. Taking your other leg up. Again, grab wherever you'd like. You can grab your toes if that's available to you. As long as you're stretching it. Take some deep breaths here. And then slowly bend your knee. Walk your hands up your shins. Maybe you find your foot, maybe you don't. Good. Breathe. Bring your knee to like semi-half happy baby here. Good. And beginning to straighten that leg out to the side as best you can. And you can kind of change where your hand placement is. flex or point your toes. Good, bring it back in. And then bend your knee, taking your leg across your body. So if you need to kind of like just brace it on that other leg because you can't really reach it, that's fine. You can still just kind of take your hips side to side. Otherwise, grab your ankle or your foot, off the edge of your foot, and just kind of gently moving it side to side. Good. Nice. And then let that foot go. Awesome. Hopefully you got a little bit of a nice stretch there. Taking your legs long. Let's just do a few roll-ups just for funsies. So stretch your legs out. Inhale, reach. And exhale, rolling up. Good. Flush your feet, sit up nice and tall. And then exhale over. Good. Inhale, get tall. Point your toes. Exhale, rolling back down. Arms reach overhead. Inhale. And exhale, rolling up. Try to keep your heels on the ground as you reach up nice and tall, long spine. And then exhale over. Good. Inhale, sit up tall. Point your toes. Exhale, rolling back down. Good. And again, chin to chest. If you want to be fancy, like you know another version, like there's also the slight lift version. Feel free to incorporate that always into our practice. We need a Pilates practice. Good. And rolling back down. Good. Chin to chest, rolling up, finding whatever variation you'd like. And rolling over. Good. So nice and tall. Excellent. And we're going to go ahead and come over onto our side. Yes. So if you need anything underneath your hip or whatever, kind of make yourself there, make yourself comfortable. You're going to bend both knees and then have nice knee bend here. We're going to just open up this way. So point your toes. So your knees are together and your feet are apart. Yes. And then like you have a giant beach ball in between, you're going to tap your toe to your other toe and then tap your knee. So you're trying to make this nice arc over. And then here's the fun part. Go ahead and grab that towel or pillow, whatever you got, and bring it into your knee crease. Yes? So knees are together, toes. Good. Knees and toes. Knees and toes. Good. Knee and toe. Nice. Knee and toe. Knee and toe. Knee and toe. Knee and toe. It's hard to have that extra squeeze, that extra engagement. Toe does add quite a bit. And toe, knee, up and over, toe, knee, toe, knee, and toe. All right, keep your toes together. You have something like squeeze your leg as if you have something underneath it, or hopefully you have something you put in your knee crack here. You're going to take it up and tap, up and tap, up and tap, up and tap. There's 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it up. So it doesn't matter where your leg is. You're just trying to pull as close to your body as you can, and little pulses closer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Cool beans. Alrighty. Go ahead and take your knees down and your toes up, both toes up this time, and keeping that thing underneath your knee crease. Bring it up and down. Open and close. Good. Toes stay up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ooh, nice. Hopefully that really got in. Probably right there. Awesome. Alrighty, and then we're going to do some nice side crunches here.
So a few options. One, you can just literally have your knees bent, and then you can just do a little bit of a side crunch here. It's just really hard to not pull on your neck whenever you do that. So the next one, it's a V crunch, excuse me. Words are hard today sometimes. So you can kind of bring your hands straight out, bring this hand behind you, and you can lift just your upper body. Yes, so I'm kind of pressing into my elbow. Eventually you can just press into just your hand. And then you can also incorporate your legs at the same time. Cool. I don't know what I did this weekend, but my body is like needing a bath. So here we go. Taking it up and lower, 2 and lower, 3 and down, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. You can extend your legs straight out if you like. 8, 9 and 10. Excellent. Go ahead and release. And then we're going to come into a nice little side plank. Nice little, those are really relative words. All right, so whenever you're ready for side plank, you're going to place your hand flat on the ground, press yourself up. You can leave this bottom knee on the ground. You can leave this hand on the ground. So there's plenty of ways to do side plank. You made aware to me that it's not everyone's first love, so I'm just going to give you some options so we can all succeed here. Alrighty, or you can be a full side plank. From there, we're going to do 10 of those hip dips. So feel free to hold whatever you've got. Even if your knee is on the ground and your hands on the ground, you can still do hip dips. We have 10. Here we go. Down and up. 2 and up. 3 and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Coming on down. Excellent. Roll over onto your belly, just bringing your elbows right underneath you for essentially being exposed. Just stretching out our abs here for a moment. Good. Pulling your chest through. Awesome. We're going to just work into our bum a little bit before we roll to the other side. You'll hit a child's pose in between to release your back. No worries. Alrighty. So you're just making a nice little pillow with your hands. It's all going to be in your legs for this one. So we're going to start, pick a leg. You have 10 leg lifts. So I'm going to start with my right leg. Whenever you're ready, lifting up and down. Once you know what you're doing, you can rest your head, your forehead on your hands. There's 2, 3, and down. 4, 5, high as you can. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Hold it up. Here you go. Pulsing it higher for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Good. You can bend both knees, kind of windshield wiper them side to side. Good. Releasing both legs down, pressing at the tops of your feet so your knees lift up off the ground. And then taking it to the other side. Here we go for 10 and down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it up, pulse it higher for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Release. Bend your knees, just windshield wiper them a little bit side to side. Good. All right, pressing on up to your hands and finding a child's pose. Awesome. Take it on up. Take your prop with you, yes, or simply just moving to the other side. Good. Bring it on down. Set it up well. Alrighty, and then all the way down we go. So knees are bent here. And then you're going to take your leg open. Remember, go ahead and bring that underneath your knee crease, whatever it is. So we have those arc up and over, like there's a beach ball between. So tap your knee, up and over, tap your toe. Tap your knee, tap your toe. Tap your knee, tap your toe, keeping this nice engagement, squeezing your prop. Getting that little extra. So if you don't have a prop, no worries, but it is going to add quite a bit. You'll note by the fact that if it's slipping, you got to grip through it harder. Really good for the back of your leg here and the inside of your leg. So just getting some of those spots that we don't normally get. You had more than 10 here in case you forgot, so just keep it going. And tap, arcing up and over in each direction. A few more. And last one. Excellent. Alrighty. Ooh, it's creeping up really fast on this side. All right. So bring your knee closer and tap. Up and tap. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. This time you're just going to pulse it closer to your shoulder. Pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Alrighty. Woo. Maybe give yourself a little bit of a release here. Thanks. All right. And then bring whatever it is back into your knee crease. So knees come together, toes also, but the toes are going to lift up off the ground. Just open and close. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Good. Give it a rest, whatever you got. Alrighty, and then we've got those V ups. Yes. All right. So remember, you can just do simply like a crunch. You can also just crunch your knees in or extend the arm out. Here we go. V ups. Up and down. You have 10. 2. Remember, you can also have full extension. 3. That's an option. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ooh. All right. Moving straight into this side plank. Alrighty. So remember, if you need to have a hand on the ground, have a knee on the ground, maybe you take your hand off. You take that knee off. Go ahead, hold. And then we have 10 hip dips. Ready? Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lowering all the way down onto your bum, sitting all the way back up. Excellent. Alrighty. And then just taking your hand out to the side. Inhale, taking your arm up. And exhale over to the side. Nice side body stretch here. And bring it back up. And then inhale, reach up, other arm, and exhale over.
Good, take it back up. Alrighty, take both arms up, inhale. And exhale, opening up to one side, placing your hand behind you so nice and tall, inhale. And exhale. Good, inhale, arms reach back up through center. And exhale, taking it to the other side. Good, inhale, arms reach back up. And exhale, arms down. Alrighty, so we're gonna come in to do a few push-ups before we get up off the ground and do some balance. So there's a few options here. I'm gonna take you to a diagonal push-up, a diagonal down push-up. So if you're coming from your knees, your hips are gonna be over those knees, and you're gonna take your hands a little bit further out at an angle. Yes? And this is, again, a nice thing to have just a towel on your knees or something if you're on your knees. And you're going to take your chest down towards your hands. So see how my hips are over my knees and my hands are not under my shoulders. They're a little bit more at an angle. And you're going to send your chest or your face between your hands. Okay? If you want to take it from full, you're going to take it from a downward dog shape. So my arms are still in that diagonal. And then I'm just going to dive my face towards my hands. Cool? All right, you've got 10 or however many you can do with quality. So here we go. Down and up. Take your time. You can also just go for the duration that I go and be done when I'm done, which is a good option. Good, try one more. Good, and get off those hands, roll out those shoulders. Excellent. All right, you tuck your toes under, send those hips high. Maybe put a little bit of bend in your knees to release your low back. And then from there, rolling all the way up. Excellent. All righty. Hopefully you didn't get too much of a head rush. We're going to come into a balance. So we're doing hand to big toe pose. If you were talking yoga terms, but no worries. Don't let that freak you out, that phrase. So finding your balance, this is key. So we're working on our balance right now. So you can have a chair nearby or a wall. You just want to not be super dependent on it. You want to slowly become independent from it. Okay, bring your knee up. So from here, a few things. You can just straighten that leg straight out. Okay, or you can take your hand to your big toe, your peace fingers around your big toe. Extend that leg straight. I'm trying to stand up tall again. Good, and then maybe switch hands. So you can also do this with just a knee bend. Take your arm across and open up, or take your hand to the outside edge of your foot and extend. Yes. Good, rebend, release your foot, release your leg, let it go. Sweet. All right, we're just gonna come and do it on the other side. So remember, you have options. You can be here. You can even extend that leg out and just hold onto your thigh and reach across for that twist. You don't have to find your big toe. All right, so go ahead and bring your knee up, finding your balance. Maybe right here is just where you stay, and you're gonna commit to this for the entirety of our balance on this leg. Or you can begin to extend your leg, maybe finding your big toe, maybe not. Helps if you look at one thing the whole time. Good, and then maybe switch hands. Good. If you've never done this before, there's a few options. You can keep your leg bent and try to stay up nice and tall, or you can try to straighten your leg, and then with time, work to stand up tall. Good, rebend, let it go, shake it out. Awesome. Take your feet nice and wide, heels in, toes out, inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms come down. Bend your knees, take your hands to the inside, drop one shoulder. And then drop the other shoulder. Good, come to the center, straighten your legs, reach down. Nice forward fold here. Feel free to go to one leg. Hang on. And then taking it to the other leg. Take it back to center. Hands come to your waist. Bring it on back up. Awesome. All right, hopefully you released anything you got from that hand to big toe pose. And we're going to simply take it a little further. So hands can come to your waist or wherever you need them. You're going to take one leg up, bend your knee, straighten it. Good. Take your knee to the side, straighten. Bring your knee back to front. Just kick behind you. And then bring it in. Good. One more on that side. Straighten out in front. Take your knee open to the side. Straighten to the side. Good. Bring your knee back to front. Take it behind you. And bring it in. Awesome. All right, next foot. Excuse me, next leg. Gonna bring that knee up. And straighten. Good. Take your knee open to the side. And straighten. Bring it back to the front. Take it behind you. And bring it in. One more round on that leg. Here we go. Take it out front. Bring it in. Take it side. Bring it out. Back to the front and kick it back. Nice work. All right, shake it out. You guys did it. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Let it go. One more inhale. Exhale, just taking your head to the side. So we stretch our hips out a lot, but you also hold tension in your neck and shoulders. So we're just going to stretch those out real fast, even though we didn't use them much today. Other side. And then we'll let you be on your lovely merry way. Good. All right, taking your arm across. Maybe taking your body across. And then bring it back. Good. Taking your arm across. And then maybe taking that body across. Good, and bring it back. You guys are all set. I hope you had a good time, and I will see you next time. Let me know if you have any questions.